everybody. It's your girl Shantaye, and welcome to the Cyber News with Shantaye, brought to you by Dominion IT Solutions. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Also, hit that notification bell so that you'll be the first one to know whenever new content is being released. And with that being said, let's get right into it. So, first up, Nailnet has experienced a data breach involving 2 million people's private data. Now, if you're not familiar with Nelnet, Nelnet is mainly known for servicing student loans, but they also have other services that they do offer, ranging from professional services to consumer loan origination, payment processing, and more. So yesterday it was reported that they experienced a data breach that actually occurred back in June, but they were not made aware of it until July 21st. Now, they did mention that there was private information related to loan accounts that was compromised, which include the names of people that took out student loans, their addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, and social security numbers. Of course, they're still in the process of doing an investigation. Around that time, that site was brought down, and they did issue a statement that a vulnerability was exploited, and they had an attacker unknowingly sitting in their environment for about a month, just going around, just taking information. So, Nelnet has offered free credit services and identity theft services to those who are affected. However, there is a class action lawsuit that's being brought against them at this time by the law firm of Markovitz, Stock, and DeMarco. So if you know someone that has a student loan with Nelnet and they're not made aware of this, get the word out. My thing is that, um, like, threat actor, sir, ma'am, you couldn't go in there and wipe out the student debt while you were in there. Like, if you're gonna steal my information and I have to go through all these hoops and stuff about identity theft, at least wipe out my student loan. I mean, come on. I know Biden approved debt relief by wiping out student loan debt, but come on, you in there stealing people information, go ahead and just wipe out the debt. I mean, okay, I digress. Well, that's it for this article, guys. Check me out for the next one. Thanks. All right, next up we have FBI asks DeFi platforms to increase security measures, warns crypto investors against vulnerabilities. So, for those of you that don't know, when we're talking about DeFi, we're talking about decentralized finance. This is in the cryptocurrency world. Pretty much decentralized finance means that it's cutting out the middleman and it's trying to take over the banking industry. So instead of, for instance, like right now, we have to go to the bank. So, say for instance, this is my bank card. I have to go deposit money and I have to go through the bank to get my money out. Well, with decentralized finance, there is no middleman. You just go straight to it. Um, so with that, the FBI has mentioned that since between January and March of 2022, cybercriminals stole over 1.3 billion with a B in cryptocurrency due to vulnerabilities in the platforms. The FBI is asking those platforms to beef up their security and to let investors know whenever they have an issue or whenever they've been exploited. I guess this is an issue currently where there's a lack of communication and then there's a lack of security. So they're asking investors to make sure that they stay vigilant with this. But I mean, decentralized financial platforms are, they're very attractive at this point. So they talked about how the criminals are actually getting away with a lot of these exploits. They talk about how with the platforms, a threat actor can initiate a flash loan vulnerability, exploit signature verification, or manipulate trading pairs. So again, they're asking about doing a due diligence. But yeah, I mean, DeFi is, pretty attractive. If you don't know about it, go out there and do your research. If you're already in the cryptocurrency, you should already know about it. If you're in cryptocurrency and you have no idea what I'm talking about with DeFi um, platforms, please go out there and do your due diligence. But it is very attractive to a lot of investors. Like they have um, these smart contracts where you can like borrow, you can lend, you can do other stuff with the transactions, and all of this stuff is like is written in code. But I mean, there are some pros and cons to the platforms. I mean, I guess like, the good thing about it is that you're not going through the middleman. So the middleman is gone. Then you really don't have to worry about like if you do like the lending and the borrowing programs that some of these platforms offer, you don't have to worry about like the stuff like credit score and having to qualify and going through all of this. No, they cut a lot of that out. Um, and then you can earn money back at like really high interest rates. So I will say go and do your research with that because I have seen that before personally. Now the downside to this stuff is that say for instance like you forget your password, like you're one of those people that's really bad about passwords. If you lose your password, that's it. You lose your password, you lose your money. Nobody's not going to retrieve that password for you. Good luck with that. So be careful with that. Again, another issue with DeFi is that you're not really protected. I mean, threat actors are getting away with billions, billions of cryptocurrency. So, and then there's a lot of risk to it. There's high volatility. There's high risk with this stuff. So, I would just say make sure you be careful, do your due diligence, and stay safe out there. And they also mentioned that if you are a victim of fraud, report it to the FBI. Reach out to your local agency. You should be able to go to FBI.gov and you should be able to find your local agency contact and reach out to them, and then they'll be able to further assist you. That's it for this article. All right, guys, next up we have malicious cookie stuffing Chrome extensions with 1.4 million users. Now, this is a very interesting article. It's not new. I've actually been dealing with malicious Chrome extensions for the past couple of years now, so it's not anything new under the sun. Um, but this particular one that they're going to discuss in this article is very interesting. I've seen different things involving this, but I'll get more into that once I get further along in the article. So this was put out by the McAfee researchers. So they've been keeping an eye out on the malicious extensions, and they were able to track that there were additional extensions that were affecting 1.4 million users. So, like I said, it's been around for years. I've been dealing with it for the past 2 years, but it's been around longer than that. And so, the ones that they're talking about, they mention Netflix Party, Flip Shop, and full page screenshot capture screenshotting. So they do actually provide the functionality as what the title of the browser extension mentions or the description. But they do mention that in certain descriptions, um, some of that stuff is copy paste from an actual different Chrome web extension. So please be careful of that. Make sure that you're reading the details of these Chrome extensions that you're installing because it is similar. If you look at the left, that is the malicious extension page. And then if you look at the right, that is the legitimate extension page. and they pretty much copied from that to make it look legitimate. So just make sure that you keep an eye out for that. Now, what they do mention, here's the list of the 5 extensions. Again, it's Netflix Party, Netflix Party 2, Flip Shop, the Price Tracker extension, full page screenshot capture, screenshotting. There's actually going to be some more towards the bottom, but with this particular attack, with the malicious extension, what it's doing is that it's embedding malicious code into a website that you would visit, and pretty much, if you make a purchase on that website, so it's an e-commerce website. So if you make a purchase on the website, they actually get a piece of the pie because they've injected their affiliate ID and you don't even know it. So you're making a purchase and the threat actor is making money off of you and you don't even know it. I mean, it's like, they come up with some, I'm sorry, but they come up with some crafty stuff. And then another thing with some of these extensions, they track your browser activity. So when you install some of these extensions, like if you're not paying attention to the details page, like every website that you go to, even if it's not pertaining to that Chrome extension that you install, it's going to be tracking your activity and it's going to be reporting it back to the developer that created the extension, and then they'll do whatever they want to do with it, whether they're legitimate or they're a threat actor. So also keep that in mind. Also, excuse me, some of these extensions can also um, capture images off of your web page. So please, please be mindful of that. If you're on a website and you're making a purchase and you're putting in your financial details and the extension is capturing that information, it's going back to the developer of that extension. It's taking a screenshot of that page. So please be mindful of that. So they are recommending that you go ahead and manually uninstall the Chrome extension. If you're not sure how to do that, just Google it. It's pretty simple. It's very easy to go in to check to see if you have that extension or not. But they go in to talk about the coding behind the extension, the information that it collects, how they actually inject their affiliate ID into the website that you're visiting, and then how they receive that payment. They also go in to talk about uh, also, there's a YouTube video, so if you're interested in actually watching them walk through this process, you can go to YouTube, Affiliate ID Injection McAfee Lab. So you can check that out on YouTube. They also mentioned that they avoid detection due to the timing, so time delay and automated analysis. Again, they mentioned that go ahead and uninstall the Chrome extension if you have it installed on your machine. This part right here, now guys, look, I'm going to blow this up so you can see this because I want to make sure that you guys are actually looking at this because some of y'all are like quick draw. Y'all got those quick fingers. Hopefully you can see it. So when you add the Chrome extension Netflix Party, it tells you that it can read and change all your data on all websites. If I'm using Netflix Party to watch shows with my family or friends, why do you need to be able to read and change data on any website I go to? That means that any website that you go to, whether it's Netflix or not, they can change the data on the website itself. That doesn't even make any sense. And um, I'm not trying to be mean, but some of y'all are going through quick draw with those quick fingers, and y'all clicking through, and y'all are clicking add extension, and you're not reading the prompt. Come on, y'all gotta be vigilant. Keep your eye on there. Here's a list of the additional Chrome extensions that they mentioned. Let's see here. So Langhorn, UNS card, auto buy app. So make sure you take a look at that. But again, read the details page. If you have any of these extensions, please manually uninstall them. If you don't know how to uninstall them, please go to Google and Google how to uninstall the Chrome extension from the Chrome store. All right, that's it for this article, guys. Thank you so much.